Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa and you are watching That Doll Collector. Thank you so much for choosing to watch today's video. In today's video, we are going to have a name reveal for this little one that you see in front of you. This is one of the newest babies that I have adopted into my collection for this year so far. And I say it like that because I have already adopted 7 or 8 babies and it's only February, you guys. I have to stop looking at dolls. They are just, I think I have a doll addiction. They're so addicting. They're like Seena from Seena's Dolls said. She said, they're like potato chips. You can't have just one. And that is so true. But anyway, this little boy in front of you was actually painted and reborned by Seena at Seena's Dolls. He is a Seena baby. Yes, if you haven't experienced a Seena baby, you're really missing out. There's something really special about a Seena baby. Anyway, he is the Archie sculpt, sculpted by Julia Homa. And yeah, I adopted him from Seena. So anyway, I went around and around trying to figure out what I should name this little guy. And finally, one day, it just hit me. So today, as I tell you what this little one's name is, we are going to dress him in a cute little outfit. And then I am going to proceed to tell you how and why I picked that name and why it is so special to me. So first, let me show you what we're going to dress him in. We're going to dress him in an all white tuxedo type outfit. He looks really cute in this. I tried it on him a couple days ago, and I thought that I would show you guys how cute he is getting dressed in this little outfit. It's a long sleeve white onesie, and it's got a white little bow tie. And then it has special little black and white buttons down the front. And then it comes with a pair of these little white pants with little with white suspenders to match. Very adorable. And then I'm not going to put any socks or shoes on this little one. We're going to leave his toes exposed for Expose Your Toes Tuesday. That is hosted by the Kentucky Dolly Mom. Okay, so let's take his little lion lovey. He came with this. And let's start getting this little boy dressed. I will tell you what I named him. Okay, so this little guy, I decided to name this little one Pure. P-U-R-E. Now, Pure is not a common name. And the reason why I picked that name is because it is very dear to my heart. I know a little boy, a very special little boy that is named Pure. I've known him now. Well, I've known him all his life. He's 9 or 10 years old now. He is the grandson of a very special friend of mine. And I first met Pure as a baby. He was about 2 months old, sitting in the back of his dad's car in his little car seat. And his grandfather and I were out there visiting with his dad. And his grandfather was kissing his neck and talking to him. And all the while he was doing that, little Pure was smiling and giggling and moving his little head from side to side. He was so cute. He looked very similar to this little baby. Pure's mother is of Polynesian descent. She is Tongan. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of that. And his father is African American and Caucasian. He's biracial. And they have 3 children, and Pure is the youngest. Pure has 2 older sisters, and he is the only boy, and he is the baby. They have a very beautiful family. Um, they're beautiful people, very loving. And and so how could Pure be anything less than beautiful and loving, right? So yeah, so like I said, I first saw him when he was about 2 months old. Then his family moved away to a different state, and they lived there for a couple years. Then when he was about 3 years old, they decided to move back to Minnesota. And I'll never forget uh, that first encounter when they came back from Minnesota that I had with Pure. Um, I remember sitting down on the floor next to him. He was sitting there playing with some of his toys. And when I sat down next to him, that day I had my hair down, and I have long hair. And I just remember he looked at me and smiled, and then he very gently touched my long hair, kind of stroked it, kind of petted it like, and said, Moana. he, he called me Moana. Um, yeah, he, at that time, and he might still be a little bit too now, but he was very infatuated with that movie, that Disney animated movie, Moana. So much so that he could sing pretty much all the songs of that movie. Uh, Pure has always been a lover of movies, videos, and he, like most little guys, or kids, I should say, will watch it over and over and over. And yeah, drive drive the adults crazy by watching it over and over and over. and, um, he's he's funny that way. Uh, I remember when he first learned how to use a cell phone or an iPad, he knew just where to push his little finger to get the microphone to work so he could search for something. You know, he didn't have to type it out, he could just say it. I can't tell you how many times we had to watch Elmo ABC. He would say it over and over, Elmo ABC. Another one that he would always watch was Grandpa's Teeth. And I don't I can't tell you how he discovered, maybe his sisters watched these videos, and so he just learned that he liked them too. I don't know, but those were the videos that we would have to watch over and over. Another movie that he really liked is Coraline, and I always thought that Coraline was kind of a darker kind of a animated movie. But if you're familiar with it, the character Coraline has buttons for eyes. And ever since he first watched that movie, he was fascinated with buttons. Anytime he would see buttons on anybody's shirt or clothing, he would point to them and say, Coraline, Coraline. And he would be trying to, I think he almost would be trying to pull them off your clothes. But I think the best gift that he ever received, and the most simple of gift, were two actual big buttons. He received them one year for his birthday. And of course, once he got them, he went around and wearing them on his eyes. You know, he was pretending that he was Coraline after that. So cute and innocent and walking around like Coraline. Um, Pure is a very snuggly little boy too. He loved to sit on your lap and cuddle and watch movies, or you could read to him. He was very lovable. I remember one day when he came to visit me, uh, his grandfather brought him over, and when it was time to leave, he turned to his grandfather and said, "Is Lisa coming with us? Can she come with us?" And his grandpa said, "Why, you want Lisa to come with us? Why do you want Lisa to come with us?" And he said, "Well, because I just love her so much." It was just so cute how he just You know, you never know what a little kid is thinking. And when they say it, they're so innocent. And it was just so truthful. It seemed so honest of him to say, because I love her so much. Well, little Pure, I love you so much too. Yeah, that was pretty special. He's a special little guy. There's uh, there's another thing that he always did on Thanksgiving. The very first Thanksgiving that I spent with Pure and his family, um, we discovered that he really loves my pumpkin pie. And ever since the first time that he ate it on that Thanksgiving, he couldn't wait to eat it again. That was really kind of the only thing he ever wanted when he came for Thanksgiving. And at the end of the meal, he would often come up to me quietly and kind of softly say, "Can I take the rest of the pie home with me?" You know, he wanted it for himself. He loved pumpkin pie, my little Pure. Yeah. And this little guy is funny. Pure is so funny. He'll keep you on your toes, just saying funny things, um, and doing funny things. One time he was sitting on my lap, and he accidentally farted, and I heard it and I could feel it and whatever. And before I could ask him what he'd done, you know, I was gonna say, you know, Pure, did you fart? And before I could say fart, he put his little finger up to my mouth and went, "Shh, don't tell anybody. Don't say it. Don't tell anybody." He didn't want anybody to know what he had done. Um, he would a lot of times be with his grandfather. His grandfather would take him places. He loves McDonald's chicken nuggets. That's one of his favorite things to eat. And he would often be in the car with his grandfather. And one time we were going somewhere, and I was with them, and we happened to come. We drove by some neighbor ladies, and these neighbor ladies are older retired ladies, and we were talking to them, and they looked in the back and seen Pure back there, and asked what his name was. So we said, you know, Pure, and said, "Oh, hi, Pure." You know, they said hi to him. And then when we went to leave to say goodbye, we all said goodbye, and they said, you know, "Goodbye, Pure," and and Pure. I don't know if they said what their names were or not, but he Pure pipes up in the back seat, and all you heard was, "Okay, goodbye, bestie." He he called him bestie. I don't know. He's I guess if he doesn't know what the name is, he'll just call you his bestie, which is kind of cute. I mean, he could call you something else, and I guess bestie's a pretty cute thing to call somebody. So yeah, he's a cutie patootie, our little Pure. So that is the Pure that I know and love. Uh, I've known him for 10 years. Well, almost 10 years. I think his birthday's in July. And I don't see him as much as I used to, but I will always love him, and I hope that he knows that I will always love him. He's a pretty special little guy. So that is why I named this little one Pure. He is named after him, of course. And look at how cute he is, all dressed in his little white tuxedo. I'll bring him a little bit closer. My little Pure, all in his little white tuxedo and his little toes exposed. So cute. So I hope that you all enjoyed seeing my little Pure today and hearing about how I got his name and the special little real life Pure that I know. Please know that little Pure and I love and care for you so much. And we thank you for stopping by today and helping to make our day a very happy Dolly Day. We hope that you will have one as well. Remember that happiness is a choice. We love you and we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Goodbye for now. Say goodbye, Pure.